Thank you. We spent, before spending 17 hours, I think it was, in the summit, we spent 14 hours in the Eurogroup going through all the issues that were on the table. And as my colleagues have already said, trust was a very key issue. But also we worked very hard on a lot of issues regarding the reforms, the fiscal situation, the debt problems, financing needs, etc. And we were able to agree on a lot of these issues, putting in an extra effort on all sides to get Greece back on track. We prepared a report with some big open issues and brought that to the summit. And over the course of tonight and this morning, we reached agreement, or the government leaders reached agreement on those issues. You will find in the agreement some of the issues have been brought forward. So the Greek Parliament will very quickly legislate on a number of issues, and in that way will also work to bring back trust in the whole process and between the member states. Also, there are very concrete agreements on where the Greek proposals have to be strengthened further, on product markets, labour markets, and other reforms. Also, of course, we need to address the issue of financing needs and debt. And part of that agreement is that there will be a fund will be set up, which will assets will be transferred to this fund. The fund will monetize these assets either by privatizing or by running the assets and trying to make money from those. That money will be used to deal with debt and to reduce debt. Also, it will be used for the repayment of recapitalization of banks. One of the big issues that we will have to deal with once the program is agreed is the problems in the banks. The fund will contribute also to the repayment of those capitalization needs. And finally, on top of that, once the approximately 25 billion that will be needed for recapitalization is repaid, the remaining funds coming from the fund will be used for 50% to bring down debt even more, and 50% can be invested in Greece by the Greek government. So that is one of the key elements to work both on debt sustainability and to let growth return to Greece and investors' confidence return to Greece. In the Eurogroup, we will pick up on the work. As you know, we already have a Eurogroup this afternoon, after I try and get a few hours sleep. The process will be that on the Greek side now, in the coming days, Tuesday, Wednesday, they will legislate. Both the total agreement would require approval of the Greek Parliament, but also the first, let's say, prior actions, the first legislations that were outlined in the agreement. Once that work has been done in the Greek Parliament, we will have a Eurogroup call, probably on Wednesday, and that will be the trigger for the other national parliaments to start their procedures. That could take place on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can't be very precise because national parliaments, of course, are sovereign. They will decide on their own timetables. And once the national parliaments have dealt with what is then on the table, we will have a more formal decision by the Eurogroup/Board of Governors of the ESM, which is the decision under Article 13.2 of the treaty, which allows then to start the formal negotiations. And the institutions will do those formal negotiations for us. And then, of course, once that is completed, and it would also have to deal with the financing needs and debt sustainability, there will be, again, a very important moment to come to a completion of the deal. But that is still weeks ahead because a lot of work will still have to be done. So the first couple of days, attention goes to the Greek Parliament. As soon as they've done the legislation on the first elements, the national parliaments will go to work, and hopefully by the end of the week we can take the formal decision and give the mandate to the institutions to draw up the deal. I think that's enough for me.